is shooting at us. We have one officer down. Two officers down. We're on the south side of the property.
You may remember these tense moments from August of last year when two deputies were shot in a wooded area of Hag Lake. They were searching for a suspect accused of stealing guns. Now, one of the Washington County Sheriff's deputies who was hurt in the shooting is sharing the story of his recovery and the future of his career.
With that, we turn to Fox 12's Brenna Kelly, who joins us live now in studio after speaking with Corporal Jeremy Braun. I understand you did that just today, Brenna.
Yeah, this was such an emotional and raw interview, really. Corporal Jeremy Braun was joined by his wife, Joy, and Washington County Sheriff Pat Garrett. They talked about this experience being a stark reminder of the risks law enforcement officers take for their communities every single day.
Overwhelming. If I had to capture my experience in one word, I would use the word overwhelming.
All of this, the cameras, the coverage, the nonstop support for his family from his community, is described by Corporal Jeremy Braun as overwhelming.
So this scar here is the most recent one.
Braun is one of two deputies who was hurt during a shootout last summer near Hag Lake. A search for the suspect began after a homeowner called 911 to report a man stealing guns. Records show that man, later identified as Dante James Halling, shot at Braun and Deputy Christopher Iverson with a stolen 20-gauge shotgun after an hours-long search for him in the woods. Braun says he was shot several times at close range to his left arm and neck.
We drove up to OHSU, and there was just like an ocean of blue. It was very surreal, kind of like you see in the movies, but nothing like you see in the movies. And then the sea kind of parted, and I walked through, and yeah, here we go.
Braun's recovery hasn't been easy. He couldn't walk, talk, or eat, and he had to be away from his children, who he says celebrated birthdays during his weeks in the hospital. So Braun wanted to share his appreciation for the community, who he says never left his side, though the praise for his actions he feels is that word again, overwhelming.
I'm gonna be honest, I feel like an idiot when people call me, say, you know, what I did was heroic or that I'm whatever. I feel like the guy that didn't duck fast enough. You know, I just do my job. So it's embarrassing and overwhelming when the community acknowledges me and my family and the sacrifice that we made, but it doesn't feel heroic.
Braun still has over 150 pellets in his body, some that may live with him forever. But it isn't going to stop Braun. He hopes to return to work this year.
I'm an anomaly. There's a couple guardian angels out there with birdshot in their wings. I shouldn't be here. I am here only through the grace of God.
Braun says this whole event has made him a better person and a better law enforcement officer. He believes it's because he now has a stronger understanding of trauma and feels like he can see an event through someone else's eyes because of his own experience. Reporting live in studio, Brenna Kelly, Fox 12 Oregon.